Hi everyone, I'm Andrea. I'm one of the careers consultants here at Queen Mary, and I'm going to share with you today 4 of my latest job market updates. I'm going to focus, I suppose, more on some less obvious job sectors that you might consider going into because they have weathered this kind of coronavirus storm pretty well. So I'm going to start off by looking at the food and kind of food distribution sector. Actually, working at places like Aldi, for example, who are recruiting at the moment, can be a really good place to build up general business skills, general leadership skills, and the salary isn't half bad actually. But you might also want to look at some of the less obvious or less well-known schemes. So there's one called MDS, and the link is below, that is recruiting now for starting in October. And looking at, that's like the fresh produce and agricultural industries. That might be something that is a little bit less competitive than, let's say, like an Aldi big name scheme. So be a little bit strategic in what you're looking for here. So the second update I want to talk about is technology. The tech sector is one of the fastest growing sectors in the UK ordinarily, and they make up about 8% of the UK economy. And they are doing actually pretty okay, all things considering. Now, many humanities and social sciences students might self-select out of the tech industry because they don't code. But you actually don't need to code to get a job in tech. There's a lot of positions in HR, account management, project management, and there's also positions with a little bit of online training. Like I know students who are doing coding courses at the moment or learning user experience design that actually can allow you to apply for some of those a little bit more technical jobs. And you can look big here, like TPP, a big digital healthcare IT company, is hiring for a lot of roles at the moment. But you can also look small at startups that may be funded by investors and may have, relatively large amounts of investment that allow them to keep hiring. So check out workinstartups.com. There's some really interesting roles from software engineering through to digital marketing through to customer service roles on there as well. So check that out. That might just be something a bit different. And then my third update is around teaching. Now, this is perhaps a bit more obvious, but if you're looking for part-time work or even full-time work over the summer and you really want to get something on your CV, I think tutoring or being a virtual learning buddy, which is an opportunity I saw from student nannies recently, are great ways to develop transferable skills in terms of developing your communication, but also your creativity and your innovation and how you work with a technology of teaching online. There's a lot of kids and a lot of parents out there who really want to make sure that their kids aren't falling behind. So I think it's a relatively safe bet to look for work in that area. My fourth update is actually more of a reflection, really. I'm keeping up to date as much as possible with the labour market macro trends, and I really recommend that you look at this website called High Peak Data, which is a really great summary. And something that's standing out to me is that non-graduates are actually finding it a lot more difficult to find work than graduates at the moment. And so it just reminded me to think that it's really difficult for everyone right now, but for some of us, it's more difficult than others. And as well as looking for our work, is there anything that we can do as individuals to try and help someone out who perhaps is having a bit of a harder time than you? Could it be that you could introduce them to someone, a connection that you have that might be helpful for them? Could you give them a hand with a job application because they haven't got time to kind of show it, because they haven't got time like you might do to run it by lots and lots of different people? Just thinking creatively about how we can support one another, I think, is really important in times of uncertainty in general. And so I think that's really what I want to leave it on today. And I really hope that you and your loved ones are staying safe and well. just a reminder that the career service is open throughout the whole summer. So if you want to come and talk to us about anything careers related, please do. And check out our Adapt to Succeed website as well, with loads of really good labour market updates every week, but also resources that you can use. So stay well, and hope to see some of you soon.